Welcome to the Seabin podcast, a show where artists and musicians with an axe to grind throw things deep into the abyss of the Seabin. Transphobia, racism, ableism, anti-Semitism, sexism, and homophobia, it all gets dumped on the trash!
Welcome to the motherfucking Seabin podcast. It's me, everyone's favourite, big voluptuous, delicious daddy, big tasty. Welcome to MPF, everyone. How's it going? Jeez, I don't even drink and I feel fragile.
This is beautiful. Well, we had a bit of a late night, Si.
You did. Blame random hand. They didn't even play and they still disturbed the peace.
They did. They turned up at my house at 2 o'clock in the morning and then told me they needed to leave to go to the airport at 3:30 in the morning, and they were too drunk to check in for their own flights.
So, check me in to the flight.
Can you type? Yeah.
Never trust a ska band to do anything. Especially play music that's enjoyable. Anyway. Seabin heel turn. So I'm pleased to be joined by, Sarah Williams from Shout Louder. Very graciously, and MPF and all the other things, very graciously swap slots with me so I can actually do this weekend, because otherwise I was going to pull out and fuck off and leave you high and dry.
I am basically just here to plug the fact that I am also doing a podcast at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So you've got to come back, okay? I mean, if you enjoy yourself.
Yeah. A little known fact about me as well. My top 5 favourite bands of all time are The Misfits, Tool, Metallica, Johnny Cash, and Bangers. So, Roo Pescod from Bangers.
Hello. Number 5.
If you don't see them today, then you're no longer welcome in my will.
I'm quite hurt that we featured under Metallica.
No, well, you're probably in somewhere 3. It's probably Tool, Misfits, then Bangers.
I'm disappointed that I have not featured in your top 5 band list.
I could slip you in there, to be fair. Metallica,
We're into the top.
Metallica are pushing it a bit, I think, these days. Every album moves them a little further down the list. So, yeah, everyone doing alright? Everyone good? Who was your best band from yesterday? I agree.
Kill Lincoln.
I like that, just like, agree, done.
Yeah, cool.
Segment over.
Fuck yes. So we're going to talk about some bins. We're going to play some blankety blank, because Paul O'Grady's dead as fuck. So I thought I might as well steal his shtick. And it's not necessarily his shtick, but let's pretend it is his shtick. I'm stealing it. He left it behind when he passed over to the other realm, and now I'm taking it away from him. So yeah, should we talk about some bins? Do you want to go first?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was trying to think of some slightly MPF related Seabins. For those of you who don't know, I am involved in MPF. I've been working this weekend. One of my responsibilities is the accreditation for the bands. For each band, we put together a detailed manual explaining how everything works, exactly what they need to do, where the wristbands are, where the parking where the parking is.
Where the parking are.
Where basically every single item of information that a member of a band could possibly need. Now, what I would like to put in the Seabin is the number of messages that I have had from band members who've not read the fucking manual. Now, I know this is a very niche MPF bin, but I feel like I'm taking it, and hopefully if I bring it out publicly, people might read the fucking manual.
Yeah, I'm trying to think and look out in the crowd and see how many different bands playing this weekend.
Quite a few.
Did you read the manual?
Roo turned up. He knew exactly what to do. He came, he got his wristband, we had a lovely chat.
We did.
It was beautiful. I might have fangirled at you a little bit, but you know.
No, it makes it much easier. I didn't read the manual, but I did read the fanzine.
Oh, that's nice of you. Please get a programme. But yes, we have quite a detailed manual that's available to everyone, and in the run-up, the few days before the festival, all of the organisers, our WhatsApps are explaining with people going, hello, I'm sorry, but where do I get my wristbands? At the fucking wristband exchange. That's where you get them, right? What time are the wristbands open? They're at the same time as everyone else.
Yeah, but do you really think...
I'm sorry, I'm being a dick.
No. But like, You know, there's some pro bands playing, some pros. But do you really think like some cross band from Middlesbrough playing the Zombie Shack at 2 p.m. are going to know where to get a wristband from?
Yeah, it's in the fucking manual.
Half of them don't even know how to buy a toothbrush. Let alone fucking like organise themselves in a way, apart from playing blast beats.
The like fundamental rule of being in a punk band though is you follow the punks, right? When you get into Manchester, you see a big gang of cross punks sitting on the street. You're like, okay, this is where I have to be. I'm with you. It's
just
not hard to
join the cluster.
I am at home now.
Cruster.
There are so many patches surrounding me. That's actually a question I've had quite a lot this weekend while I've been working in the sort of artist passes, is people going, so there are lots of different venues here, right? And I'm like, yes, there are. And they go, so how do you find your way between the venues? Google Maps does exist, but actually my answer to everyone is you see those punks, you see those punks outside, you see that stream of punks, follow the punks.
Yeah, hold on to their little bum flap.
That's what. Safety pin each other together. Did you not tell me that you crocodiled someone?
I did. I crocodiled some punks yesterday. There was a group of very lost-looking punks. They were just like, I need a wristband. I need to see Kill Lincoln. And I was like, you came to the right corner of the street because I'm here. So I hold Daddy's hand, and then they all held the hand, and I walked them past glitchers who were playing outside the park, and they were very scared, like, oh, the band playing in the street with a megaphone. I was like, just go around it, cut around it. We'll go down this alleyway. Don't worry, I'm not going to mug you. Not right now. Maybe on Sunday when I'm out of money and I need a subway.
I feel like there's scope here, getting between venues, to do something more akin to a conga line.
Yeah. Where's Bobby Funkman now?
Right? Has anyone seen a conga line at MPF this year? Right? Yeah. Let's change that.
Yeah.
Let's change
during
that.
the banger set.
I think like you could have people just holding signs of like band lists. You know, you could put together like a little trail, like we're going to see this, we're going to see this, we're going to see this. Grab my ass, and I'll take you there.
Maybe I could wear some sort of like MPF like mascot suit and kind of like stand outside of like a kebab shop with a sign, spinning it just like this way to Bruise Control.
Maybe that's one of our volunteer jobs for next year, right? Is having the spinny Bruise Control this way signs. Or you know, you get like tour guides who have the little umbrellas in the little colour. Maybe you could have like a specific colour for ska punk. You've got another colour for hardcore. What kind of mood are you in? Is this fast enough?
But every punk's going to be like, what colour is the umbrella for Zombie Shack? And then you have to answer those questions.
I think the Zombie Shack umbrella would be blurry.
Hard to see. I tried to get him to see Comeback Clip yesterday, and they were like, I was like, all right. And they told me.
Okay.
And I walked back to Yes and had a wonderful time. But I would have preferred to have seen some clits. You know, that wasn't even intentional. I just said that, and as soon as I said it, I was like, "Oh no!"
There's a certain point where you go, "I'm in a room full of people." Yeah. All right.
It's only a matter of time before full cancellation rains down upon me for something I'll say without even realising it, and then I'm set to be like thrown into my own bin. But it's alright.
We're not going to throw you in the bin. Speaking of bins,
I'll throw myself in. I was going to say, I think, as much as I haven't read the pass.
Have you read the
I don't need to. I'm here all the time.
Are you telling me you've not read the manual?
No, I haven't. Alright, I'm sorry.
But you're wearing a wristband.
I know.
And you know where the venue is.
Yeah.
Do you know where to redeem your food tokens?
Yeah. It's my first rodeo.
Cool.
I don't need no manual. I'm like a single dad putting IKEA together. I don't need to see that shit. I see wood, I see dowels. I'll slap it together.
I can verify that Simon knows all this stuff because he told me this morning. He gave me a good rundown.
I think I need to be the MPF tour guide walking around and get one of them like helmets that you see people wearing in the jungle in old films in the 80s. And
I'd watch that.
Yep. Do you want a vegan hot dog? Follow me. Shout out to Tea Time Collective. I got a big blob of barbecue sauce on my lovely hack job shirt yesterday. Had to change it.
Sweet.
Anyway, it's going in the bin. You know who you are. If you haven't read the manual, including me, but I don't need to because I'm special. In the bin. Listen for the splash. Can you give me a sound effect? Thank you very much.
That was wetter than expected.
That's the second time you've been wetter than expected.
In 10 minutes. It's been a good day.
I'm crisping up over here. I feel like you're sucking the moisture out of me.
Please. Please, could you raise the tone for us?
Yeah. It's going to raise something, boy.
Oh my God.
Roo, what are you going to throw in the bin? Don't break my heart.
Don't break my heart. I think that's my cue. I want to put D&D in the bin.
Context.
Simon is my dungeon master. I love him to death.
You have a very strict regime.
I was not expecting to hear today.
I wrap him up in 10 bin bags and I only let him breathe through a straw in the nose and one out the arsehole.
You're the dungeon daddy.
Yeah, that's me, baby.
It's definitely the dungeon daddy.
Oh my God, what have I got myself into?
We've got a game that's been running, well, since pre-lockdown.
Yeah, a long time.
Three and a half years?
Yeah,
4 years?
Yeah, we've probably had like 6 sessions.
Yeah. So, and I love it. I love every minute of it. It's some of the most fun I've had. Getting into D&D as an adult has been wonderful. But 98% of D&D is trying to organise useless people to get in the same room together.
Can I
which
just
should
say
be
there's
the
a lot in
easiest
common
thing in the
here with
world.
what I just said. It's the same problem.
Punks and nerds go hand in hand. Lost in the wilderness.
Just some of the most like creative, wonderful people in Falmouth.
Yeah.
There's only 7 of us, 8 of us.
Yeah.
Can we ever find an evening?
Well, we do eventually. Like, so Shannon from the Green Machine Monolithian, she plays with us. Our friends Sam and Amy, who've been on the seabin before, they play with us, and my friend Joe. So there's all us. We all just gather around the table and have a good time. But it was pretty consistent at the start. Maybe like every 2 weeks for a while, and then it was like every 2 months, and now it's like biannually. And the thing is I'm trying to cram in all this lore because I'm a job's worth triad, and I want to make it really, really good. I can't just have them fight a rat. I've got to be like, and the god came down in this dream, and you're going to travel through this dungeon and tickle the bollocks of a general golem. A general.
You've just done most of your character voices in that description.
So like every 6 months, like I don't know what my character's name is, and I'm like, Lore! Get this big dusty book out and
It is. It does feel like being a useless schoolchild every time we arrive because Simon knows everything encyclopedic about his world.
It's true.
And we will and every time we'll be like sort of prompt us to remember like somebody's name that we met last time. It's like, John.
It's John. But it's just,
No, it was grown up the wise.
The best one is I'll do this huge exposition monologue, and then someone will be like, so do I roll a dice for this bit? What do I do? And I'm like, the effort. I feel like it's becoming more my bin where I'm just being frustrated with people not remembering my deep, intense lore.
It's wonderful, but it's it doesn't help that all the rest of us drink.
Yeah. I can't imbibe anything during because I got the words come out of the same hole that the snacks go in. So I'm there like being like the evil demon climbs down and rains hellfire upon you. And they just say like, and I'm like, I want to fucking nibble on some fucking cheese savouries, but I can't. So I'm too busy being a demon.
No snacks for you.
No snacks.
No snacks. So, would you say that a large part of the issue here is that you've got a group of very creative, interesting people together, and that's lovely, but actually you can't collect them all in one room?
Your problem was that you've got lots of bands.
So, yes.
That made me sound like a dick.
No, I'm not saying that, but have you considered getting some more boring friends?
It actually hasn't occurred to me, but it's genius.
You think playing D&D would make you have boring friends? But
I genuinely think there is a correlation between people who are very creative and full of all these ideas, and their brains are like butterflies that go, oh, a shiny thing, I've gone over here, and then their complete inability to organise their own schedule or understand basic instructions.
There's a lot of that.
I agree completely.
So basically, I think we've got the same problem.
So when you said you were going to throw D&D in the bin, Roo, I was scared because I thought, was this going to be Roo's way of telling me he didn't want to play my game anymore?
I had to do it publicly, otherwise, otherwise he wouldn't accept it.
Can I tell you about Roo's character real quick? Because I don't think he will. So his whole thing about his character is that he's got a giant penis. So he plays this satyr rogue called Alexander, who's got a huge, like, 22-inch cock. He's got a silver spiked thimble that goes on his bell end so he can use it like a weapon. Which is really effective.
Is this serious?
It didn't occur to me that would come out.
So yeah, they're like, we can't gather together, I want to play. I just want to live your fantasy of this like 20-inch fucking deer man. Imagine Mr. Tumnus from, is it Mr. Tumnus from?
Mr. Tumnus,
yeah.
It's Mr. Tumnus.
Imagine that, but with like a Lexington steel fucking hog. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so that's why Roo wants to play so bad, so he can live out his dream.
What a fantasy, though.
It is good. But it's really good when I'm like, I'm trying to do a really serious combat and like people are dying, and Roo's like, I want to hit him with my cock. Like, roll for cock. And every time he hits to roll for cock is when he hits the 20, and I'll be like, okay, and your cock goes through the neck of some monster that was impenetrable from magical godlike swords.
Impenetrable godlike swords, but can get a cock through the neck.
Yeah, well,
What?
The dice be rolling the cock.
What have I got myself into here?
Between a cock and a hard place, eh? Hi-oh! Cheers, guys. See you later.
There is a comedy stage after us.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to throw it in the bin because I also am frustrated by this. Because I want my lore to be appreciated.
I just want to check, are you guys going to keep playing together? I think we can't.
Of course.
We
Yeah,
can't
but-
have it break up right now. So.
No, that's not breaking up anytime
You know,
soon.
I don't want this. Stay together. This is beautiful.
You can't put it in the bed if you're going to keep playing.
Well, no, but if I throw in the bad organisation, if we reword it of the bad organisation of
Can we put D&D logistics?
D&D logistics is straight in the bin. Listen for the splash. Very good, thank you very much. So you got two in.
Woo!
The twist.
The twist.
So as I was saying about old Paul O'Grady corking it, I thought, I keep making it sound like I'm like happy he's dead. He was a wonderful queer Tory hating man and I love him very much. But I thought I'd see the stick, so we're going to play some blankety blank. Does anyone want to come and play some blankety blank? Put your hand up if you want to play some blankety blank.
I'll play so.
Blankety blank.
We don't have a choice, do we?
No, I'll pick.
We've made our beds.
You
I
both
don't know what's happening.
choose a contestant for the blank.
We get to choose a contestant.
Yeah.
Didn't you read the manual?
Right, hang on, hands up. Who wants to play? I'm going with Mark Bell.
Yeah.
How about you, Roo? Who are you going to choose?
Come on, man.
Yeah? I don't know your name, but you seem very...
This is
Danny
Danny Barrett.
Hey.
Stand here, folks.
Come on now, let's play some.
Can I hear some noise for my contestants, please? I'll grab a pen. Have you watched RuPaul's Drag Race?
Of course.
Have you seen Snatch Game?
Of course.
It's the same rules. Just you don't have to pretend to be a celebrity.
I'll be honest, mate. I've got my own Sharpie.
Fucking hell. I'm prepared. I've got pre-cut pieces of paper.
Woo!
Thank you.
So basically the rules are...
Everyone get excited for the stationery.
I'm going to give a sentence, and there's going to be a word that's blank, and you're going to write in what you think that blank should be, and if it matches up with our guess here, then you win.
I believe there are prizes.
There are prizes.
Everyone loves a prize.
Punks love prizes.
The prizes are very spicy noodles.
And punk points. I'm joking. No punk points.
Right, so the first sentence is, you're going to write it down in secret, right? Jim Bob Taylor from Bruise Control shorts are so short that when he's on stage, everyone can see his blank. Blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank.
I'm really trying hard to be funny here, and it's just not happening.
Is this going to be just 5 pages of genitalia? Have we all got our guesses down?
Yep.
Right, I'm going to ask Roo Pescod first.
I haven't. Hang on. Fuck it up.
Jim Bob Taylor from Bruise Control's shorts are so short that when he's on stage, everyone can see his
His penis.
You gotta write it down. You gotta write penis. What's your guess, my friend? Can you say it?
His hangly danglies.
Is that his testicles or his?
It's kind of like you envision it yourself, whatever you want it to be.
Hangly danglies. Everyone can see Jim Bob's
Wax ball.
I'll be honest, that was quite close to what I nearly wrote.
have you written down something?
So I have a story that goes with mine, if that's all right.
Please do.
It took me a hot minute. My story relates to, so Bruise Control last year played a really big set at the Albert Hall supporting Alan and the Sniffers, right? Was anyone there? A couple of people were there. So Bruise Control, they were playing in this massive venue, it's 2,200 cap, and they looked so at home in front of this sold out crowd, right? Jim did not look remotely nervous, he was totally with it, he was absolutely fine. But what I do know is that he shat himself just before he went on stage.
I mean, it happens to the
So
best of
I
us.
put shitty undercrackers on mine.
Shitty undercrackers.
Now, I just want to clarify, it was basically, he was absolutely fine, he was absolutely fine, he was doing alright, he was absolutely fine, he was in the green room out the back, and then he farted and just followed through a little bit.
Just
Yeah, just a little bit, and then
just
that
a
was
little
just
chicken
before he was
nugget.
about to go on stage in front of 2,000 people, and he came out and he ran through the green room and was like, guys, don't look, seriously, don't look, no, and yeah, he just had to go straight out with
Did it
shit
look like
in
he had a
his
full nappy?
pants. I'm pretty sure we're only talking a little,
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Did he have a spare pair of pants? Because
He went
has
straight
those
on
pants.
stage.
With those pants on
He didn't
still.
have time. He
Oh
went
my
straight
God.
on stage
He
with
only
a
has that
little
one
bit of
pair
shit in
tiny
his
knickers
knickers.
in his, He's still wearing it.
Danny Barrett, Jim Bob, everyone can see his what?
Bruises.
Oh, I nearly wrote that as well.
Well, I think penis and hangly danglies is a one point for you, sir.
I think that's the official term.
Right. Oh, I need more paper. Just write on that paper. We'll just do it out loud. Fuck the paper. Who needs organisation when you have a panicked moment? Ben Hanna from Nosebleed is so sweaty that at the end of a gig, his suit smells like blank.
Alright, I'm going to say, think back to What's It Called Fest. What did he smell of?
Some help in the contestants.
Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Blankety blank. I ain't doing that anymore. You ready?
I'm ready.
Roo Pescod.
Was that cheating?
Ben Hanna's suit smells like what?
I've got warm camembert.
Warm camembert.
I sniffed it.
So, once again, I have a story. I'm sorry, I'm full of fucking anecdotes, man.
Well then, this is what it's all about.
What's It Called Fest, not last year but the year before, Nosebleed were playing, they did wash their suits, right? But in Ben Hanna's kitchen they have this beautiful drying rack, right? It's one of those old school ones that like lifts up into the ceiling, and it's up above their big cooker, right? And they'd washed their suits, hung them up above the big cooker, and then they'd cook themselves a fish supper. And Ben Hanna turned up at What's It Called Fest, absolutely reeking of fish.
Fish supper. That sounds like some like fucking medieval din-din. What have we got? Ben Hanna's smoot. So his smoot smells like
Just some old cabbage.
just some old cabbage.
Oh no, that's faintest idea, mate. Handfest joke there for
Could you
anyone who's there.
have old cabbage in a fish supper? Time will tell. Kaz, his suit smells like.
Fishy, fishy.
Yes!
Danny Barrett, his suit.
I put Yorkshire Despair, but then I crossed that out and put Yorkshire Tea instead.
For some people, Yorkshire tea is Yorkshire despair. Not for me. I love it. I think that's a point for old Kaz there. Boink.
Genuine bite too.
Does this make you worry a little bit about our mates?
I am a bit worried. Helen Taylor thinks that smoking gives you big tits. Little does she know that smoking also gives you blank. That's into a theme song in my head now. Yeah. No terminal lung cancers, please.
I really thought about that.
Could I have a new piece of paper to write out a manifesto about this morning?
You've probably got a story to go with this. I reckon it might tell me about the time she shot someone.
This is going well. Helen Taylor thinks that smoking gives you big tits. Little does she know that smoking gives you blank. Have we got it? Roo Pescod, smoking gives you...
A sexy voice and smelly fingers.
That is true. That is true. It definitely does.
Accurate. I've said that smoking gives you an alibi.
An alibi?
I couldn't have done it. I was out there smoking.
Oh,
yeah.
That is good.
I wasn't there.
It does give you an alibi.
That makes me worried that you're going to get locked up at some point.
I don't smoke anymore. So I've got an alibi. Shit. I don't think I've committed any crimes recently.
That's a much better alibi.
We know if she starts smoking.
Danny, you okay over there?
Yeah, sorry.
Are you writing the fucking Bible over there?
I'm good.
Leave your personal business behind. This is the seabin, not Hello and Hoof.
I've just realised I've written alibi on the same side as shitty undercrackers, and actually I do recall from when I used to recall from when I did smoke. You have like a coffee and a cigarette, and then oh shit, you've shat yourself.
Yeah, then you become Jim Bob Taylor in the Albert Hall. Helen Taylor.
I haven't actually
smoking gives you
done
big tits. So does she know smoking gives you
just a bad case of the dead.
Yeah. Sure does.
Oh no.
Lung cancer.
I should have seen this coming.
I nearly wrote cancer down, but then I thought that's not funny.
Smoking gives you what?
Time with the cool kids.
Yeah. Smoking.
Smoking, yay! My dad always said quitting gets you nowhere in life, so.
But I think there's no points on that one. But last one. Boom Boom Raccoon love to rummage through the bins. In fact, last night they found blank outside the back of the zombie shack. I hope everyone's enjoyed this. I'm having a good time.
The manual? I'm not going to write that
50
down.
discarded manuals.
My will to live.
We got a room. They found blank outside the zombie shack.
Simon's crushed dreams. Wasn't allowed in.
I wasn't allowed in. That's a meta joke for the earlier anecdote.
It's time for a callback.
It is. Sarah Williams.
They found actual raccoons in the bins, and then they joined in the band, and they played the full set with them, and it was amazing.
That's what I hope. That's what I hope happens. Playing little. What would raccoons play? With their
The
little
congas.
grabby hands.
Congas.
Yeah, just like
Castanets.
Yeah, definitely little drums.
Maracas.
little maracas.
Some kind of percussion.
Boom Boom Raccoon found blank outside the zombie shack.
Jimbo from Pizza Trap.
Curled up in a fetal position, covered in chips.
I don't even know where the zombie shack is.
You should have read the fucking manual, you cunt. They found blank outside the zombie shack.
The desperate souls of MPF Day Oneers.
They found Andy Davis's eyes. This morning I bumped into Andy Davis and his eyes look like two beetroots that had been carved out by chopsticks.
And that is what, no offence Andy, but that's Saturday morning of MPF. That's fine.
That's you.
It's an annual tradition.
Danny Barrett.
The clip.
So that's where it is.
That's a comeback joke.
That is a yeah, you know, point from Danny Barrett. I think that's it. Each of you got at least 1 point. What a beautiful showing. And finally you know where to find it.
We finally know where to find it, in the bins.
So each of you won a prize. So I've got you some lunch. You got some spicy noodles. There you go. Don't eat them all at once now. And if you want some chopsticks to go with it, there you go. Ask Tea Time Collector to put the kettle on, you'll be laughing. Alright, everyone, a round of applause to the contestants. That was alright. That was only a little bit chaotic, it's fine.
Quite chaotic for a game that is writing things on bits of paper.
Sarah Williams, what would you like to throw in the bin?
So I have actually changed what I want to throw in the bin in the last 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because I've thought of something new that does annoy me deeply. But I'm going to warn you now, this is going to be very niche, and this is aimed at 3 people in the room.
Oh, that's good then.
So
All
it's
the
going to
people
be
listening
great.
at home will enjoy
It's
this.
going to be wonderful for all of the other many people in this room and all of the home listeners, but I'm going to aim this at the 3 people here. There are 3 MPF organisers in the room. Do you know what I would like to throw in the seabin?
MPF.
The bloody banners. Right, I've got a story to tell. So, MPF has now been going for several years. 7 years, is that correct? 7 years. We had 2 years off for COVID, you know, but every single year they've gotten banners, right? And the problem with that is that every single year we get more banners. And do you know what you have to do with banners? You have to put them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does happen when you get a banner.
There was a point on Thursday when we were setting up in the Union where we'd laid out every single banner on the floor of the Union, and it pretty much took the entire footage, the entire foot space of that massive venue, right? It's great to look at because you've got the entire history of MPF laid out on the floor in front of you, but it then means you need to find places to put all of them. And there was a point where I was walking up and down the stairs in the Union wearing an enormous banner like this as a cape and wondering what the fuck was going on. But also they need to be stored, they need to be put... Kaz, Big Ants, they're in your garage. For those who didn't hear that, they've had to reinforce the roof in the loft of your garage to fit the banners from MPF. It turns out Danny has got some in his garage as well that we didn't even know about.
There's only one thing for it, mate. Stop making fucking banners, Fanny.
Andy, stop making banners.
You can always auction off the old ones.
This year's banners are much smaller, to be fair. You could rename your band from bangers to banners, and you can have some if you want.
The thing about banners is that they don't say banners.
It'd be quite funny if they did, though, wouldn't it? Can we just... You would not believe how long it took us to go, oh, well, that one's going to fit in that venue, and that one's going to fit in that venue. Should we put that one in that venue? That one normally goes in that venue, but that one goes in that venue. Is that going to fit up there? And then you put it up, and then you're like, oh, no, it needs to move 3 inches to the left. Oh, no, OK, that one's not tight enough. We've not got enough bungee straps. We need longer bungee straps. What am I doing?
It took up a lot of time on Thursday.
I did really enjoy getting up to go up a really big ladder, though. That was quite fun.
I mean, I know it's not my job to argue against you, but surely the ladders is like the big argument in favour of banners.
I did enjoy the ladders.
It's always exciting.
I got to go. There are 2 either side of the stage in the Union. They're really high up, and I got to go up a really big ladder.
Did you get to use those big clips as well?
No, we've got bungee straps.
Okay.
They're very, very versatile, if I'm honest.
It's a lovely
Elasticated. I know this is very niche, but we're at MPF. I feel like I ought to have an MPF
I think you
theme.
should get the old banners and auction them off to some drunk punks.
I've suggested that we do a giveaway for banners, but I was, you know, they are history.
Yeah.
They are the history of MPF. Is every single different banner that we've got over the years with all the different artwork on.
Or just throw them in like a landfill.
Oh yeah, is the seabin technically landfill?
Well, this has come up a few times.
Underwater fill?
It's its own separate entity, its own demiplane. So
Okay.
it sucks in negativity, but it keeps it separate in its own pod.
Well, perhaps instead of actually, do you know what? I'm going to have to change my mind. Instead of putting them in the seabin,
Yeah.
maybe we should
Should
put them in
store them
like
in the
the
seabin.
Punk Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah? Can we start a museum?
Someone could. Yeah. Do you want to store them in there? They might get covered in like fake bananas.
Does this mean, Big Ants, that we're renaming your garage? Is your garage now called the seabin?
Has anyone got Fat Mike's phone number? You could
I'll tell you what, I
build a
reckon
house out of them
someone-
and charge people 50 quid to go in.
I bet you someone at this festival's got Fat Mike's phone number.
Yeah.
Actually,
Andy,
snuff it.
have you got Fat Mike's phone number?
I bet you Duncan Redmond's has got Fat Mike's phone number.
Someone get Fat Mike on the phone right now. I demand. Can you imagine that?
Not going in the seabin.
Oh,
Well, Fat Mike has spoken. But okay, so
I mean, I want to throw him in, but also I quite like looking at him.
can we stick him in the Hall of Fame instead?
The Seabin Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
The pedestal of positivity.
Wow.
That's the underused opposite Seabin option that not a lot of people choose because everyone's mad. No one wants to talk about anything nice. I'm like, you want to put anything on the pedestal? They're like, yeah. I hate everything.
You can branch out now and see.
Yeah.
Is that in the seabin manual? Because I certainly have never heard of that.
Read the fucking manual.
Page 1, line 1, pedestal. Fucking prick.
That's
yeah.
bullshit.
That's absolute bullshit. You've never ever mentioned that once before.
Hang on, I can call on that. He has definitely mentioned the pedestal at least 2 or 3 times before. I'm about to admit something weird. I have a spreadsheet of seabin guests and what they've thrown in.
What?
Yeah.
I ain't. Fucking hell.
It's so hard to find something that's not already in the bin, though, right?
Right, so I started tracking it for a little bit because
This is one of them points we're supposed to stop me talking.
you've got a good point there. All right, I'll shut up. Yeah.
I'd actually quite like to see that spreadsheet because I've done 0 admin. I've done fuck all. I at one point I had like a notepad from like Wilco's that was already half filled out, and I would just like write it down like, oh well, Dave put in this and Jim Bob put in that, and then eventually I was like, I can't be fucking bothered with this anymore. I'll just trust the brain. But that was a mistake.
Oh no.
Because my brain is untrustworthy. That sounded like I was admitting to something horrible then, wasn't it?
You want to start smoking, mate?
Yeah. I've got an alibi and a sexy voice and smelly fingers, and I'll shit myself. And I'll get big tits. Well, I've already got them though. But
Oh my dear God.
I don't think I'm going to throw the MPF banners in the bin.
Okay, thank you.
Just because I am sorry, but
No, I'll be honest. I've switched. I've changed my mind.
Yeah.
I've taught myself out.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
You're flip flopping over here.
It was a bold move to just go with something on the fly.
It was
there.
bold.
I applaud you.
Thank you.
Alright, Roo, calm down. Fucking hell.
I'm a lot less organised than I look, and a lot of things come to me at the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, you can store it in the bin, just to fix your garage roof or whatever.
Yeah, so let me know if I've got a broken garage roof.
Yeah, no garage roof.
Would everyone like to take one home and then bring it back next year so that we don't have to?
Yeah, everyone else store it. DIY community storage. So yeah, no binnage there. I am sorry, Sarah.
It's okay.
Roo, what have you got for the bin? And then everyone can go see Jodie Foster.
I want to put public skate parks in.
Oh shit.
Sorry, do you have private skate parks?
You know, ones that people
Tory skate parks.
Ones that people pay to go in.
Oh, I know what you
Private,
mean. Yeah.
good.
Yeah, to be fair, they are
Cool.
better. Significantly.
So, public skate parks. Most of them are fucking shit. Nope, wrong crowd. This is gonna be a struggle.
Do you mean the ones unmaintained by the councils?
Oh, we're having to go to the councils instead.
Yeah.
No,
the councils. It's the council's problem. Yeah. Boo.
No, I'm 37. All the skate parks in Cornwall that were around when I was skating around 16. Total dog shit design, harsh surfaces, massive ramps, and like stupid transitions. Then.
Were you just not very good?
No,
Sounds like a skill issue.
Guilty as charged, but I would make the argument most people who skate aren't very good.
Especially anyone who describes himself as being in a skate punk band.
Which I've done.
Sorry, that did not get a laugh. Oh my God. Shit.
After that era of skate parks, there was plastic, like, looked like sort of Lego, metal bits, plastic innards. Again, like, weird angles. Everything was always too close together, usually on, like, a really small piece of land, and there was, like, no space to just, like, roll around and do stuff. And it's only, like, the last 10 years, I think, good quality public skate parks are being built. And we are very lucky to be having one built in Falmouth at the moment. They've just started like shifting the earth for it after fucking 15 years or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, public skate parks. I want them in. What do you think?
Wait.
It's not looking good.
They're just getting good.
And now you want to throw them in. Finally, I'm getting what I want. Fuck it off! I want
Skate parks from 20 years ago was in the bin.
Yeah, old school skate
20-year-old
parks.
skate parks.
The skate parks that have all made us 30-year-olds with sciatica.
I've got a friend. Oh god, I've got so many friends who just knock their teeth out.
I've got so many friends, man. Do you know what I am?
I'm in baggers. I'm so popular. I think that potentially, I'm not going to spin this for you, but I think it's more poor investment.
Yes, I mean that's.
Yeah, poor public funding for arts and leisure-based activities that keep youths occupied.
The youths.
Yeah.
Things being built to occupy youths, which just has no actual input from the youths.
The youths.
No skateboarder's voice. And like we have a great skate park in Cornwall called Mount Hawk, which is run by trustees, not a public skate park.
Cool.
And on the board of trustees, there's no skateboarders. Nobody has any actual input into what happens to it, and they get a new manager, and he's a fucking leisure centre manager. And I think that is also bullshit. And it's the same problem.
Put skate parks in the hands of the skaters.
Let the
Is that what
people
you're
who
saying?
want to use them, design them.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
to be fair, arguing against myself is what's going on now. We got some real cool Cornish parks there.
We've both flip-flopped quite badly there, haven't we?
Well,
There's something about having an audience that makes you go, oh shit, maybe I'm.
Yeah.
I
I
need
mean-
to second think. I need to second guess all of
you
my
look at
life
the
choices.
reaction, and you're just like, they're not with me. I'm gonna change my mind.
I'm primarily rethinking my decision to do a podcast. Ever
Ever again.
I am doing one at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I'm just going to plug that.
Yeah, plug it.
Everyone come watch the shout out. See what I did there?
Worst
Right,
plug. This is going on tomorrow, but I am having second thoughts.
Come
I don't really want to do it. I don't want to do it
come
ever
watch
again.
me publicly embarrass myself with Kaz and Andy from MPF as well.
Yep.
Yes, we're all going to publicly embarrass ourselves, and we can marvel at quite how hungover Andy Davies is going to be.
Maybe his eyes can transition into two like yawning voids into another dimension of fire. But I will say, you did kind of fucking rebuttal your own fucking argument. But I will say that poorly run council skate parks, they're a bit shit. Make them good. Get Tony Hawk out. Have him come to all the different villages around Cornwall.
It's all I want.
Install whatever skateboarders use. I don't know, I can't ride a skateboard. I can't even like ride my own bed. What do skateboarders do? They grind. I can play Team Pro Skater 3 on the PS2.
All of that stuff is what
With all the
no
cheat codes
skateboarder has ever
on.
done.
Zero moon gravity and all that stuff. Plays Darth Maul. But yeah, I think I'm going to throw the shitly made skate parks in the bin.
I think that's very, very
Only
generous of you.
because you're in my top 5 hero bands of all time.
Yes! Sorry,
Everyone, listen for the
skateboarders.
splash. Brilliant. That was good. It was only slightly like more awkward than last year. So, pat on the back to me.
What did you do last year? That was so awkward.
Oh, me and Alex Sniff just made out for like 45 minutes.
Oh, I can't believe I missed that.
I know, you were too
Oh,
busy
man,
giving people fucking manuals
Telling
they
people to
weren't
read the
reading.
fucking pack. Yeah.
Yeah, me and Sniff were just like,
Oh man.
and everyone was just like,
It didn't make a great podcast.
what's that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm jealous of Alex for getting to kiss this fucking... Do you see me spill water down my mouth when they were talking about skate parks? I was hoping no one noticed that, but I took a sip and it went right down. And I was just there like, nobody saw. But I saw. I felt it dribble down my chin. But I think, yeah, we got... What was it we got?
What's the rest of MPF got in store for you, son?
Oh yeah, so I'm playing with Swan Song in the Zombie Shack later at 4:50. So come down there. Is it 4:50?
4:50.
You wrote the manual.
It is 4:50.
Yeah. So come see that, and then I'm gonna go cry and ugly cry and probably have a wank watching Bangers. You're on at what time?
6-ish?
6-ish.
Go with 6. I don't know the entire lineup off the top of my head.
I mean,
it is around 6 o'clock. 6:40.
6:40.
Union, and we will be apparently cry wanking in a conga line.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Mate, it's going to be a weird gig.
It's always a weird gig these days.
Yeah. If you can hear the band over me yelling the words out and puking into my own hands, I would be very, very surprised. But yeah. Honestly, thanks for everyone for coming out. It's been fucking amazing. It's been brilliant to be able to come back and do this. It's just, I can't believe I've been doing this for like fucking 3 years now. Not doing it live, but just doing the show. And everyone that listens and supports, it means a lot to me. Thank you to Sarah for swapping the set over and letting me do my thing. Thank you to Roo for inspiring me to be a musician when I was like 15 years old. Yeah, so and I love you all. I'll see you all later on, and have a good day and go watch Jodie Faster. Cheers! Now get out of here! Hey guys, it's me, Big Tasty. I just wanted to say cheers for listening to this week's episode, and I hope you enjoyed listening to it as much as I enjoyed making it. Now, if you feel so inclined,
you should come check out my Patreon page. You can sign up for as little as £1 a month and you get weekly exclusive video tier lists and monthly mail-outs with things such as stickers and fabric patches, zines and art prints. Hey, and if you can't spare the money right now, I totally understand. No pressure. I'm going to keep making episodes regardless. But if you can support financially, it really helps the show. Just keep moving on. And then another way you can help is just to follow us on stuff like Twitter and Instagram at seabin Podcast and share it around to people that you think might like this filthy shit. Anyway, love you guys, appreciate you, and I'll see you next week.